Hello there everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another Genshin Impact tier list. So for today's tier list, I'm going to be doing the Geo characters. So if we go over here to the tier list thing, I got it somewhere. There it is. So I've gotten all the Geo characters that are available in the game. I'm going to be ranking them again based on how much I like them. Do I really like them? Do I like them? I changed this to neutral. Maybe I should change that. Neutral slash don't have. All right, we'll do that. That'll work. Neutral slash don't have. Then we have don't like and then really don't like. And again, we're going to be judging these based off of how much I like the character or what I like about them, what I don't like about them. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we have Albedo. Automatic. He is the best character in the entire game. He's the best character in the whole game. I don't care what you think, he's the best character. He is the most free-to-play friendly. Is he the most free-to-play friendly? I guess he's the most free-to-play friendly. You only need to build him one way. He offers very good support due to his flower, mainly his elemental skill. That's the biggest thing. But he throws down a flower that has a big AoE around it, where every 2 seconds when enemies take damage, it'll create a Geo explosion centered on that enemy, and that Geo explosion can hit multiple enemies. So it's really good if you group enemies together, because then multiple enemies can be hit by the Geo. But also because it's Geo damage, if there are elements worked in there, it can create Geo crystallized reactions. So Albedo, he's gonna be here at really like. My goodness, he is my favorite character in the game, probably. Next, we have Gorou. Now with Gorou's a little weird because he is like strictly a support. Well, I shouldn't say he's strictly a support. Any character in this game can do damage. If you build him enough, they'll be able to do damage. But the main use that you get out of him is his support. So his ability to buff the defense of his teammates based off of his defense, that makes characters that revolve around defense like Albedo or Itto or Noelle or Yun Jin, he makes them better because of his ability. Also, you get additional effects based on the amount of Geo characters you have on your team, so he can offer even more benefit to like a mono Geo team or a Geo team that has like 3 characters on it. I guess it goes like 2, 3, and 4 or whatever, but it's nice. But outside of that, I don't really use him. I don't see myself using him outside of just his little buff. I don't know. Maybe if I got him to C4 and got him as a healer, then I would see more use. But as of right now, I'm just gonna say neutral. I'm just gonna put him at neutral for right now. Because it's not like he's bad. He does nice things, but I need to get him to like Constellation 4 and see how he works as a healer, and then I'm sure I'd probably like him a lot more. Next, we have Zhongli. Zhongli is I know Zhongli has a lot of fans, right? He looks cool. His elemental burst is cool, and mainly people like him for his shield. That's really the big thing. But to me, I would much rather use Albedo than use Zhongli. And I know Zhongli has a nice barrier, but it's like, if you're not doing the Spiral Abyss, you don't need such a massive shield. Noelle's shield does just as well. In fact, Albedo, when mixed with an elemental team, generating barriers every 2 seconds, he also works just as well because you're getting a brand new fully refreshed max HP shield every 2 seconds. At least one every 2 seconds. So because of that, I don't really use Zhongli very much. My Noelle does more damage. My Albedo does more damage than my Zhongli. It's just, I don't really use him. Like, I like his barrier, but I think I'm just gonna have to put him at neutral. It's just, to me, he is just a barrier. Next up, we have Itto. Now, Itto When he came out, I was curious. I was curious about him. And that was also when I came back to Genshin. I came back like 3 weeks before Itto's first banner. But the thing is that even with Itto, and I don't have him, so he would kind of go onto this don't have list, through using him on his trials and then using him in the mist trials, it seems like it would be kind of fun to use him, but I just don't really. This is controversial. This is where I'm all right. Itto is just a worse Noelle. Oh no, what have I done? To me, Noelle is just a better Itto, and Itto's a 5-star. But the thing is that even with his elemental burst that just turns his normal and charge attacks into geo damage, Noelle's normal and charge attacks also do geo damage, but she also has like 2.5 times the range on her attacks. She has like double the range. So she can hit more enemies. I like how I haven't even gotten to Noelle yet, and I'm just like over here praising Noelle. So with Itto, I'm just gonna have to put him at... I would put him here at neutral because I don't have him, but he's not really a character that I want either. I'm just gonna put him down here at don't like. I don't know. I'm sure if I had him and I was building him, but he's not a character I see myself wanting or using. Next up, we have Ningguang, the Forgotten Geo. Oh my goodness, the Forgotten Geo. Really, the only time people remembered that she existed was when she got her Lantern Rite costume or whatever it was. She got a costume, and people got the costume, so they started playing her a bit more. But my goodness, is she like the Forgotten Geo? At least in my experience, I almost never see her. She is pretty clunky, but I do find it satisfying to just fire off a charge attack and it shoots off like all these little extra missiles that home in and hit enemies. And then when she does her elemental burst while her skill is up, she fires off just even more homing missiles. It feels cool. It looks cool. She does feel clunky to use. When it comes to using her normal attacks and her charged attacks, they just feel kind of slow and clunky. Like I know Klee over here, her normal attacks and charge attacks, they're slow too, but to me, they don't feel as clunky as Ningguang's normal and charge attacks. It's just, I don't know. Like so many times I try to use her charge attack after landing the 3 normal hits so I can get the little additional projectiles for a charge attack. And it just doesn't even fire off her charge attack. And I end up standing there looking like an idiot. And then I get hit. I am interested in using the character and building her a bit more. So I am going to take her and I'm going to put her at like. Next up, we have Yun Jin. Now, for the longest time, I could not remember what her name was. I kept calling her Theater Girl because I did not remember what her name was. Also, whenever I try to look for her in the character roster list, it feels that Genshin has this thing where there are characters in the game that match, like the overall color scheme of the character matches their element. Like you have Ayaka over here. She's like a very light palish blue, and there's kind of like a bluish gray here. She's Cryo. You have Chongyun over here. He's got the light blue as well. He's Cryo. You got Diluc. He's red. Pyro. You got Klee. She's got red. Pyro. You got Amber. She's got red. Pyro. You know, they kind of follow this color scheme. Yun Jin, I always miss her. I miss her, and who else do I always miss? Well, I'm probably not going to find him because I always miss him. But with Yun Jin, it's just, whenever I'm looking for her, I can't find her. It's just something it's a problem. I know people liked her for her normal attacks. I have not used her for the longest time since she came out because I was just like, I don't really need the normal damage buff. I really don't need it. Like I saw people who are getting, giga buffed by using that, but I don't have her that built yet. I did get some constellations on her during the Itto banner, which was nice. But I don't know. Once I get her built, though, I think she'll fit a lot of characters. So we've got the normal attack buff. We've got the Geo element, so she can provide some crystallized reactions. She has that same kind of counter playstyle that Beto has, which I always thought was interesting because to me, that kind of separated Beto from, you know, everyone else when the game first came out. Was she had like a counter attack playstyle. I think she can carry her own weight once you've got her built, because then she can also buff her own normal attack damage. And I do think she offers a lot to the team, depending on which team you are running. I would say I'm interested in building her character, so I'm going to put her here at like. Next up, we have Noelle. I think you guys know how this goes by now. There we go. She is the everything character. She's the tank, she's the healer, she's the support, she's the DPS, she's the everything button. Also, I pretty much kind of explained what I liked about her while I was comparing all the other characters to her. Unfairly comparing them to her, I should say. Noelle, probably, to me, best character on this list. Sorry, I know people like Zhongli barrier. She's got barrier too. I like Noelle, and she's the only actual like healer on this list. I think healers get a special spot because they offer something that the other characters of that element don't do. And then these two are technically healers too, technically. So I don't really need to say anything else more about Noelle, so we will go ahead and we will move on to the Traveler, or Travelers. So for the Traveler with their Geo, this one's kind of tough, because with Geo Traveler, especially in co-op, you can be quite the menace. You can be quite the menace. The amount of times I've dropped the little boulders and I just watched other people online struggle to get around or climb over them, I felt bad, but at the same time it was kind of funny. So I didn't stop doing it, I kept doing it. His skill is just kind of, I don't know, it just feels out of place. If I really think about the Traveler's Geo skill, it feels very out of place. Like, yeah, you summon a boulder and then it just like overstays its welcome once you've got the constellations and you're just sitting there waiting for it to go away. And you don't want to summon more because you know that they're just going to stay in the way. So it's just very weird. I don't know. I do like his elemental burst though. I like that it hits multiple times. I like that the more enemies it hits, the more energy you can regenerate so that you can cast another one quicker or sooner. Also, his burst pairs very well with Zhongli, but that's kind of Zhongli making his elemental burst even better. But I'm going to go ahead and put... This is tough. I think I'm going to have to put Geo Traveler at don't like. I think I'm just going to put them here because they're not really... This isn't the element of the Traveler I want to use. I would say, if anything, Geo's probably the last element I would want to use out of the other ones. I'm interested in the Electro one, also since Electro got buffed by Dendro. So I'm interested in that one. Animo is always good because of Swirl. And then the new Dendro one, he became one of the best Dendro applicators because of how his Dendro worked. I'm just going to have to say Geo Traveler, I'm going to put here at don't like. If I missed one, I don't think I did. If I somehow missed one, oh well. So that is going to wrap it up for my Geo tier list, everyone. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know where you put characters, why you put them there, what you like about them, what you don't like about them. I'm sure a lot of people are going to take Zhongli and put him up here. I know, he has a really nice barrier. Don't worry, I know he has a really nice barrier. But for me personally, I got him after I got Albedo, and then I was sold on Albedo and saw no reason to use him. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.